Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1959 of What's She Up To Now. Documenting the journey as originally as I transitioned from the brick and mortar corporate world of businesses, lots of different businesses, over 27 different industries and businesses I worked in as an owner, operator, partner, primary, in addition to spending over a quarter century in corporate America and working mostly in the quality field, processes, systems, automation, how things work to make sure that we get the results for the people that we're promising them, things like that. That was my definition of quality. Was I could stick my nose into everybody's business and look at how we did everything so we could set up processes and systems to continually improve and continually evolve, so we were always serving people to the best of our ability and to the best of all our cumulative ability in that particular organization. And I still do that today in every one of my businesses and companies, those I work with as well as my own. I make sure that we are doing things that are repeatable, duplicatable, and that can be expanded and supersized and grown. Thus, the Supersize Your Business group. Now, today our idiom for Supersize Your Business happened to be money can't buy happiness. Now, I like this idiom because it reminds me that we need to balance our life in terms of going after just money or having that be our driver and our focus. And we all know people like that, right? We all know people and have met people and have seen people that it's money, 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 business, 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 drive, drive, drive. And I will admit that when I was younger, I spent probably a couple of decades that although I was raising my family and things like that, I was way too business, money, achievement, material things focused. I think it's a developmental phase that we go through, right? I never had super duper hard financial hardships growing up, but my dad grew up in a really, really poor family. So he was a definite workaholic because he wanted to make sure that my sisters and I and my mom were provided for in the way that he was not. He wanted to make sure we never wanted or had, we had to make priorities and choices, but that we really were able to do and be and have what we wanted as we were growing up, because there were a lot of times he had to go without. Now, he lived during the Depression and things, so or at least his parents for sure did. Anyway, topic for another day. Money can't buy happiness. Now, you can argue both ways. If you've got a lot of money and you're super duper happy, bless you. If you've got a lot of money and you're miserable, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I've had money and I've been broke, and having money feels a lot better and a lot less stressful than not having money and being broke. But usually I discovered being broke was my mindset. It wasn't about whether I was going to eat or not ever. So that was our idiom today. Shared a couple of stories. We all know people that are super duper famous, had fame, fortune, everything, yet committed suicide. History is littered with literally thousands of those people. We also know people that were super duper rich. I always think of Steve Jobs when I hear this idiom. Super duper wealthy, right? Probably one of the most wealthy gentlemen in the world, yet he died of a disease that there wasn't a cure for. Guess what? We're all going to die, right? We all die someday. And we're not taking anything with us. Any of the material things we accumulate here are not going with us. They're staying here on the planet in the physical world as we transition on. I have a whole bunch of thoughts and beliefs about this, given that in 2010 I had a sudden cardiac arrest, and I did take a little journey out of this particular realm of existence. I don't really talk about it very much because it's nobody's business. Each of us are here to experience life as only we uniquely can, and so that's part of my experience, not part of the majority of people on the planet's experience yet. But I'm telling you, we're all going to die. We're not taking anything with us but the experiences, the memories, the lessons that we learned here as we are going through our journey called life. That's our purpose, is to be the best possible version of ourselves and learn as much as we can and experience as much as we can while we're here in the physical planet of Earth. So, our topic for today, for this year's annual challenge, the Get Your Goals annual challenge, we're doing one thing every day to get what we want, is we're focusing on financial well-being and financial health this month. So today, we were brainstorming a financial goal that we can apply the SOAP framework to. And we'll spend the next 4 days, starting tomorrow, after we pick a goal that we want to add the SOAP framework to, going through the detail, the S, the O, the A, and the P of the SOAP framework. Because by the end of this challenge, if nothing else gets accomplished, I want to make sure that everybody that's been touched by the challenge understands and installs the SOAP framework into their subconscious so that anytime a setback, an obstacle, a challenge, something comes up for them, just like I do now, it automatically kicks in. We already have a process for dealing with challenges. It just might not be the best process for us in terms of getting the results or taking the actions and getting the outcomes that we want whenever we're faced with a challenge. And this really came home to roost for me personally in 2020 when the pandemic hit, and everything that we usually have control over and we could decide what and when and how we were going to do things was sort of shut down and controlled by people and things and circumstances outside of our control. And whenever we lose control, and that's why a lot of people seek money, because they think it gives them control and power. And over other people, some of it, sometimes it does, but that's like anything else. We can use it in a positive way or a negative way. Money is just an amplifier. Riches and fame and those things are just amplifiers, and they just show us more of who we already are. Guess what? They also show the world exactly who we are. So if we have some work to do on our personality, our egos, our identity, our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about ourselves and other people, guess what? Money or any other amplifier is going to expose that sooner, so that we either deal with it and fix it and learn the lessons we need to learn about that and about ourselves, or it's going to expose us to the world. And most people, guess what? We don't want to be exposed to the world. Some of us don't mind. Some of us show up every day on video and don't care what we look like. But other people, the vast majority of people, think that they have to keep things secret and hidden. Even though if you're keeping secrets and hidden, people can see those things too. Especially the more evolved and the more developed a person is in terms of being in tune to other people's energy and what's going on in the world, they see that. So don't think you're ever hiding anything from anybody. I know I'm not hiding anything from anybody, but I also know that I'm a work in progress and will continue to work on myself until the day that I do transition or die. All right, if I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, it's a brand new week. I'm always excited about a brand new week. I personally think Mondays are awesome. I don't know how you feel about Mondays, but I decided a long time ago I could dread Monday, or I could say Mondays are awesome and I feel awesome and start my week off that way. If I can help you, ask. Otherwise, I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.